Hello everybody. So it was my idea to record a video with Katrina. I've been Hello. I've been doing Katrina's classes for a couple of years now. I've also had some one-on-one sessions with her with the Kundalini, and I have found them to be extremely helpful for me. And really, I wanted for Katrina to share with others her, her experience, all of the training she's done. So I think others can appreciate how much kind of time and effort and so on that she's put into all of this work to really get an understanding of what a wonderful professional she is.
Oh, thank you, Maxine.
So I think, so when, in this as well, so when I was looking for a Kundalini teacher, some were not in alignment with what I'm looking for, and I think, you're the real deal. I get so much out of your classes, so over to your audience.
Over to my audience. So, as you know, I'm Katrina, and I started my journey in yoga back in 2007, and that was just generic, all forms of yoga, not just one specific form. And I came across Kundalini Yoga when I was doing a program called Yoga Today on my iPad back in the day. And oh gosh, when was that? 2010, I want to say. And it was different. It was very, very different. And I love yoga. And to me, it was the rapid breath of fire, which is the intense, rapid breathing that you breathing like a dog. And oh my gosh, panting, it clears the energy blockages. And I did that every day, and I made that my regular go-to, particularly when I was really stressed. And I was married to someone who was not healthy for me, and it was very, very challenging. We had 14 years together, and I didn't know any better. I was a people pleaser, so all those aspects of myself, I didn't know who I was, and I was controlled by this other person. And he might not think he did, but I felt it. And it only takes one person in the relationship to realize that if you can't speak your truth, can't say, be your authentic self, then you are in a relationship that's domineering. So Kundalini Yoga got me in touch with my own inner voice and my own inner strength. And it was through that I just loved it so much that I learned more and more and more and more. So I stepped away for a bit when I discovered Bikram yoga, which is totally different, but I loved it. And because I had spent 3 years going intense into Bikram yoga, the Kundalini came back out again. And then I was making that still part of my yogic journey. And it was the end of my 3 years after I had done my master's degree in autism. I realized that in a meditation, I need to go to India. I need to study this.
Good for us.
Yeah, and that's when I became a professional in yoga. And I went back to Malaysia because that's where my family are. And I opened my yoga studio there. And it was called Whole Life Stress Management. Which after 2 years I had to close because I was trapped in India doing my 300 hours teacher training. I was supposed to be there for about 2 months, and I was there for 7.
Wow.
Lockdown.
Of course.
So that was interesting, putting everything that I had learned from my Kundalini Yoga 200 hours to begin with in 2018, and then another 300 hours later on in 2020, putting them all together and using that practice to keep me sane in a crazy, insane world, which COVID and lockdown were. You never really know what the truth is, how dangerous it was, or was it just what society or governments or, the media wanted you to think, I never really knew what was real. But Kundalini Yoga helped me ground myself and know what I needed for my own health. Yeah, so then I came to the UK because lockdown was over. My partner's British, and I've got UK Malaysian citizenship, so I can live in both countries equally, which is lovely. And because if I moved back to Malaysia, Ed, my partner, wouldn't be able to come with me. So I said to him, no, sorry, we're not splitting up.
No.
Wherever you go, I'm going. We're
Good.
sticking together. No,
Lovely, Ed.
we came to India together. We are going back somewhere, wherever that is, together. And it turned out to be the UK. And I had no business in the UK. I had all my work and my business and my life was in Malaysia. And I was like, right, what do I do? You know, there's nowhere I can go and work because everything's in lockdown. And it's like, what do you do? So I set myself up online and I started coaching people one-to-one, and that's how it all started. And I ended up using Kundalini Yoga as a tool because it helped myself and others when I was in India. And I used it as a one-to-one way to help people overcome stress and trauma through chakra clearing.
Great stuff.
So, which is what I learned a lot in India. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think with the chakra clearing as well, you know, the workshops you'll be doing coming up,
Yes.
which we're really excited about. So did you want to just say something about those?
Ooh.
So I can learn a bit more as well.
Okay.
Purely selfish.
Purely selfish. No. The chakra clearing. I did a lot of studies on the chakras when I was in India because we do Kundalini Yoga through clearing the chakras. The chakras are what Kundalini Yoga is the method, as the method, and the chakras are the aim of what you were trying to align yourself with, and what you're trying to find that balance and alignment in the chakras, whether they could be too heavy or too light or too fast or too slow. All of this affects each chakra. So with the chakras, we've got the root all the way up to the crown, and it has an impact on our physical and emotional health and our soulful health as well. So when I was in India, I did a lot of chakra clearing and a lot of things shifted, and I transformed in a way that I never thought was possible. And I did a lot of shedding of old stories, old sabotaging ways and things like that. And coming into a new life, and and that might be why I saw lots of snakes. About 2 years ago, I saw lots of snakes, loads and loads of snakes. Yeah, it's crazy. And and that's in the UK. You don't normally see many snakes in the UK. But I was
I don't think I've ever seen one. I've seen one.
Yeah, but it was interesting because all these, throughout that time I was there and coming back, there was a lot of transformation going, lots and lots. And you have to go to a dark place in order to do the transformation to come out of the lighter place, you see.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's very, very the chakras work on a very deep level. We deal with trauma, family trauma, your trauma in the life that you're living in, perhaps your past life traumas as well, not just family but ancestral trauma. And if your parents or your grandparents have not cleared their own energetic system, it gets transferred into you. Yes. And then that comes up in lots of different ways. So the way that Kundalini Yoga is so amazing, so powerful tool to clear and update or upgrade, that's the word, upgrade you, is that, it works on breath work, movement, a lot of shaking, which is like a snow dome, the snow dome. That's what I was thinking. It's like the snow dome. You shake that snow dome, and then you come to stillness, and then the dust or the snow settles, and where it settles, that's where the magic happens. Yes. Yeah. And it's in the settling, not necessarily in the moving of it, or in the shouting, or it's where it settles. That's where the healing happens.
Right.
That's where the magic happens.
Interesting, isn't it?
So it's important. That's why at the end of the session, it's important to stay still in Shavasana, because that's when you're healing.
Right.
It's like when you go to the gym and do your workout and you're doing muscle weights and stuff like that. You're tearing your muscles. You're actually doing more damage to your muscles. You're actually tearing them down. But what helps you heal or improve or get stronger is what you feed yourself in the kitchen afterwards.
Yeah, of course.
So it's the same thing with chakras, and clearing of your energetic system and aligning yourself. It's not necessarily what you're doing in the class, but afterwards is what matters. But obviously what you've done in the class changes your perception, and therefore when you bring things into your life later on, they'll be different. It's like, I don't crave that anymore. I don't fancy doing this anymore. I'm going going to do something totally different. Oh, I'm going to bring this into my life. So what Kundalini Yoga does, and in alignment with your chakras, is that it changes your mindset and your choices in life change. So if you were someone who is very lazy, I hate to say the word lazy. Lazy sounds really negative, but like not motivated. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if you're not unmotivated because of trauma maybe, and it's really difficult to get up and going, and so that's the Manipura, that's the solar plexus chakra. You are then going to do more things that put you in that cycle of being unmotivated. And the more unmotivated you become, the more groggy and can't be bothered to do things. I've been there too, absolutely. So I totally get that. And I still go there sometimes, you know, because sometimes, you know, you have a night out and you go to sleep late and then you wake up groggy the next day. I mean, it still happens, you know. So you've got to forgive yourself. And I think the problem that we have as humans on this planet is that we're always so harsh on ourselves.
So true. That is so true, isn't it? It's not beating yourself up.
Exactly. We've just got to realise that we are human, and this also comes into part with the chakras as well. Is about the heart chakra is about self-forgiveness.
Yes.
And also about so every chakra has its own elements and how it makes you feel. You've got the dark side, you've got the bright side of it, the shadow, and where the light shines on it. So yeah, each part is very, very different. And so when we do Kundalini to clear the chakras, we work on movements, meditations, and breath works that connect to each chakra. For the root, for the root, we've got grounding, because it's about having your feet firmly on the ground, so that you can feel strong and supported. And then as we move up to the sacral is responsible for how you feel about yourself. How secure are you in your job, in your life, abundance, attraction, or all this sort of stuff. You know, are you someone who's possessive, jealous? That's in the sacral chakra. And so that when we do work in the sacral, it's about releasing those fears and coming to a sense of security. So you can see how the root and the sacral are very much connected. Then you got the solar plexus chakra, and that's about motivation, getting things done. So if you're a hoarder, that one's going to affect you. or if you're someone who just loves to flick from channel to channel on the TV, or watch, you know, binge Netflix, or we've all been there. And then you've got the heart chakra, which is about accepting that we're all human and we make those mistakes, and not the same mistakes, but we enjoy life because we're spiritual beings in a human form, you know. So we're living, we have got the spiritual being within ourselves. Our higher power, inner guidance system is of a spiritual nature. It will never give you anything bad. Like it will never feel bad for you. All the feeling of bad that you have is your ego. Is your mind just
tell yourself, isn't it?
It's like, it's not been helpful, is it? But that's why there's, like, you know, they talk about the devil and the angel is like on one shoulder and the devil's on the other shoulder, you know. So it's kind of like that, but your inner being is your angel. He or she or they will always know what is good for you, and will always protect you and always love you. And whatever you feel about yourself and the conflict that you have with yourself is usually because this part of you loves you, doesn't care about anything bad, but your mind is like blah 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 blah. You know, so then the heart chakra becomes unforgiving, and then it becomes like low self-esteem and comparing yourself with other people, you know. So that's painful here, you know. And I'm guilty of it all the time. I go to the gym and I see people who look wow, and I'm like, oh, yeah, right. I'm never gonna look like that. But it doesn't matter, you know. And it doesn't matter.
I go to the same gym. So
How are you looking like this? Like, how?
They live in there.
That's what I think. Because every time I'm there, I always see them. So, you know, I'm there quite a lot, but I do teach there as well. So anyway, then we got the throat chakra. So this is what relates to people pleasing. How much do you want to make sure that other people are happy around you? Do you go out of your
that's
way?
a big one for me. I'm trying to get better, but wow,
Yeah.
that's...
Yeah. So that's the throat chakra. You see how it's connected to the heart?
Of course, yeah.
Because heart's how you feel, and the throat is how you express, how you communicate.
Yeah, okay.
So when we're working through the chakras, we're dealing with all of this, but all of that also has a physical aspect to it. So I haven't mentioned like the stomach, obviously gut problems, and the root chakra.
Yeah.
You're talking about like reproductive issues for women, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe hip problems, or basically the root goes all the way down to the feet. So anything leg relating, cramps and stuff like that, that's all connected to the chakras as well.
Makes sense, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And then obviously, as we come up to the throat, you're dealing with like throat problems, things like thyroid issues, stuff like that. So like, you know, if you're someone who is not able to say what you really mean because other people will not let you speak your truth, or you feel like you don't want to upset someone,
Okay.
or you feel like, I grew up in Malaysia, right? So we have like, it's a very Muslim country, and I'm not saying it's really Muslim, because there are countries that are even stricter, but Malaysia's pretty up there, because, you know, if you come from a Muslim background, which my dad is Muslim, you are forced to fast during Ramadan, and you're also like, when I went to school, I was forced to wear the head covering, and I'm like, I've got a Scottish Irish mum, no way am I doing that. I fought back. Well, yeah, she's got a Catholic background. My dad's Muslim, so you imagine the guilt and the shame of growing up and constantly being torn in both different directions. And as much as I love both parents, you know, it was not helpful having, like, I needed some kind of, you know, compromise in the middle somewhere, but you can't get that. It's either one extreme or the other.
Yeah, sounds it, yeah.
So, but luckily my dad, being the way that he is, he's very open-minded, and he was like, well, you just got to do what's right for you. But growing up was difficult because I had a lot of religious trauma. I went to a school that had high expectations of following the readings of the Quran, and so fasting and all that sort of stuff. And so, you know, I kind of stepped away from any form of religion, and I'm not saying that that's wrong, I'm just saying that that's just not me. And I believe in spirituality, and I believe in the chakras, because that there's evidence there, and it's energy and the vibrations, and it's how we feel, and it also helps with healing trauma, which is what I gained from being part of a religious, you know, being in a religious background. So yeah,
fascinating
stuff.
stuff.
The third eye, throat chakra, third eye. Intuition is the third eye. Yeah, the third eye is intuition. So basically, that then gives you guidance as to how the rest of you are feeling, and then you have foresight because you're in touch with the rest of the chakras and how that is resonating inside you. So then it's like you can become, you might be able to be clairvoyant, or maybe you're able to have more insight into kind of like predicting.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What might happen in the future, choices that you make.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to these workshops.
I know.
I'm going to be a new person.
Yay! Well, you'll be you.
I'll be me.
Upgraded.
I've been upgraded me. Been more in tune with myself. I think it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you talked through the different chakras there, because it gives, and again, just reminds me and gives me a better understanding of them. Yeah, how powerful the work is.
Oh yeah, really powerful. And,
incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, because what we'll do is that we're not just going to be doing the Kundalini, but we're going to be looking at each chakra itself and going to go for a deep dive into all of them. We'll do one a month, starting next month, 7th of December. And it'll be a 3-hour workshop at the Yoga Tree. So
so come and join us.
Yeah. And then, like, if you can't make one chakra, I mean, the great thing about it is I'm also doing it live stream. So whichever part of the world you're in, if you want to access it, that's still possible. So, you know, it's there internationally. Why not?
Fantastic, isn't it? And then obviously you've got the recordings to have afterwards to remind yourself as well, which is great.
Yeah. So
great stuff.
That's going to be very exciting. Yeah. So it will be good to you know, go for a deep dive through everyone's trauma. Well, not necessarily necessarily going into the trauma, but shaking that out and seeing how it shows up in your life.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of getting more, not intuition about yourself, a better understanding of yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then benefiting from the work and then the learnings and from the day. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, it'll be good fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've probably got quite a few people signed up actually. I think there's only space for like 9 more. if I'm not
Really?
mistaken. Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
stuff.
So, get your ticket quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, it is on the website.
Yeah,
I am not taking commission, but you must come.
So
Really
if you want
beneficial
to learn more about it, go into kundaliniwithkatrina.com. Yes, not .co.uk.
Soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Can't
All
remember.
good stuff.
If it's not .com, it's .co.uk. Because I'm not very
I
good
can't
at
remember
remembering.
either. Don't ask me.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
really,
about it.
really encourage you to take a look at Katrina's website, and if you can, certainly join, the Chakra workshops. And as I've said, I have so benefited from everything we've done. I was in a little bit of a dark place when we did Katrina. I did some one-on work with Katrina, and it absolutely brought me out of that. And it happened quickly as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
I started I'd start a session. It was even at the end of the session.
It was. You had this glow in your
I know,
face,
it's
and it was
crazy.
like you were very dark to
I
begin
wanted
with.
her to move in, but she wouldn't. So I could have daily sessions.
You have got space for me somewhere.
Anytime.
So it's it shakes up your system. So if you are in a dark place, it's really good to just kind of like shake up what is causing that darkness, and then like I said, the globe, that snow globe, shake.
I love the shaking.
Most people do. I've had
It's so
people
much fun, isn't it? It's just so much fun. Because I think as well, do professional jobs in the day, and then to go along to the sessions, there's a really nice community. We all get on really well. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And we meet people, meet people in the classes, and then meet people. And then have coffees and stuff outside. But always come out smiling, all of us.
Well, the great thing now
Sessions.
also is that at the Yoga Tree, Roots Cafe is open now.
Gosh, it's so nice.
So that's just downstairs from where I teach. And so after class, we've all had a cuppa or had lunch and sit down
I'm doing
there.
that tomorrow.
That'll be fun. Yeah, it's really lovely there. And like Maxine was saying, the people that are in the group, we're just so in tune with each other. And most people in the group have suffered some form of trauma or other. And I also specialize in neurodivergence. So being neurodivergent myself, I'm dyslexic, which has definitely been diagnosed. The autism hasn't been diagnosed yet, but I have a master's in autism, and I know me. I know me, and I know that I have autism. I've masked all my life, which is why, again, Kundalini Yoga is amazing for someone like me and yourself. Because we spend forever people pleasing and masking and trying to be what others want us to be.
That's the truth, isn't it? So I've got severe ADHD, and I found that until I got my diagnosis, then I finally could understand myself better.
Yes, exactly.
But when you do that, and then when you do this work as well, it comes together, and then it's also like meeting like-minded people, and absolutely beneficial. Yeah. I always come out smiling of the session, so that's good.
That's always good. I do. But even if you ended up crying after the session, that's also very good.
Well, emotional release.
Yeah. I've had people that cried.
I think my friend Vicky did after one of the sessions. Yeah. Oh. It's it's that emotional release, isn't it?
Yeah, and you don't realise how much you're holding in, and also because the community is so calm, so kind, and they're going through the same pain themselves. It's just everyone is so supportive.
Yes,
and it's such a safe space.
It is indeed.
Yeah, we've got such a good group, and it's nice balance of men and women as well. I'm very blessed that I seem to attract as many men as I do women, which is great. I like that. I
wish I had that.
Because the thing is, lots of yoga classes are predominantly women.
They aren't they?
And I am.
Oh, of course, yes. 50-50 sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Good stuff.
My last class on Saturday was 4 men and 4 women, not connected to each other.
Yeah,
but separately.
Perfect.
Yeah, and also it's not too big a group, so everyone can get on really well with each other. So that's quite nice as well.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so because I've also been in very big yoga classes, which feel a bit intimidating, and especially if you're on the spectrum or you're neurodivergent, you kind of want a bit more like one-on-one time, or you know, the teacher needs to be able to see what you're doing, how you're doing it. And I think when the class is too big, that gets lost, doesn't it? You know, so it's like it's good to have a nice sort of size, and I think I'm happy with the class to go up to like 10-15. I think that's about nice
Good
sort
size,
of group.
yeah.
Yeah, which is what it is. So if you like what you've heard, then contact me.
For sure.
Yeah. Any more questions for me, Maxine?
I think that covers everything till our
Yeah.
next podcast.
Yes.
It's been a really good overview.
That's great. Awesome.
Nice chatting to you.